Hello, my name is Araceli Perez, and I'm going to talk to you about the LGBT rights. Here we have my roommate Alyssa, we have my friend Sam, and we have Emily who's taking the recording. Thank you. So, the LGBT community consists of people with specific sexual orientation. Oftentimes, depending on where they live, they are looked down upon and shamed for their sexual interests. Other states host annual parades in celebration of their sexual identity, embracing it in full. I really want to exaggerate the unjust treatment that certain states give to those of this community. Yeah, the violence and harassment is one thing, but allowing rules against who should love who is just cruel. A relationship between two males and two females is none of Congress' business or anyone else's business for that matter. It should just stay between the two people in the relationship. Love is love, no matter who it is shared with, and it should not be limited. Which leads me to my first point, legalization of same-sex marriage. This occurred during President Obama's presidency on July 26, 2015, thus meaning it granted marriage licenses to same-sex couples in all 50 states. This was a huge victory to the LGBT community, thus making homosexual couples finally being able to marry their significant other. Thus leading to my second point, which states same-sex marriage is banned from. Unfortunately, same-sex marriage is banned from 13 states. Those states including Arkansas, Georgia, Louisiana, Kentucky, Michigan, Missouri, Mississippi, Nebraska, North Dakota, Ohio, South Dakota, Texas, and Tennessee. In the article, A Same-Sex Couple's Struggle to Adopt by Rachel Stewart Johnson states, Mississippi enacted a law in 2000, still standing, that forbids joint adoption by same-sex couples. Not only is same-sex marriage banned from these states, but so is adoption. Which leads me to my third and final point, how this affects the LGBT community in those states. Same-sex couples often turn to adoption when wanting to start a family, because same-sex couples can't reproduce biologically the way that heterosexual couples can. Adoption seems like the only alternative for them. Adoption centers will review background checks on the parents to see if they are eligible not to tackle on the responsibility of a child from the adoption center. If you do not have a marriage license, you can always get an adoption license, but that takes time, years, meetings, and before you know it, it could be 5 years before you're actually starting your family. So in most cases, homosexual couples just don't have families because they don't want to go through all this chaotic mess with adoption centers and the adoption license and the marriage license, whereas heterosexual couples have the upper hand due to them being able to reproduce biologically and get a marriage license no problem. In my own experience, I was ecstatic to find out same-sex marriage was legalized in all 50 states, since I am personally a part of this community as well. Although it devastates me to know that same-sex marriage is banned from 13 states, time is evolving, and I'm excited to see how the LGBT community expands and grows over time. In conclusion, all 50 states have legalized gay marriage, but you would still need an adoption license in order to adopt a child. There are still some states that will not recognize a same-sex marriage license, and that's very unfair to those of this community. Whether your preference is hetero or homo, limiting love on certain people is just cruel. Based off their interests, love should be a feeling that every living organism should feel at least one time throughout their life, despite the different likes others have for others. So, do you guys have any questions for me today?
No.
Thank you.